Making his way to the cage for our second fight of the night here at Cage Aggression Challengers 3, Ethan the Spider Monkey Dusch, out of Washington, Illinois, and Walker's American Martial Arts.
Having a chance to talk to Ethan before the fights tonight, he made sure to mention how he had been working with a lot of fighters who are bigger than he is. And, you know, just me being, I'm not a professional, but I've seen a few fights. I would have to imagine that working with fighters who are bigger than you is almost a benefit, because you're never going to face somebody as big as the guys that you practice and spar with every day.
Yeah, I think we talked about this a little bit before, that, I mean, if you're used to getting hit by, you know, guys that are 20, 30 pounds heavier than you, when you actually go in and fight guys your own weight class, you're going to be used to it, you're going to be used to something heavier, and it's not going to be as much of an issue. So I think that's a great idea, and it says a lot about his fight style. Making his way to the cage, Kevin Burke from F1 Fight Team in Davenport, Iowa.
One of the infamous Burke twins. We've come to see both of them fight tons of times with Cage Aggression, and we know that they're going to bring it. But having a chance to talk to Kevin before the fights tonight, one of the things that he mentioned is that even though he's competed in a bunch of fights, he's still learning. And I found it really unique for a fighter to mention that. You know, a lot of times you have these guys who come out there and I really feel like they think they know everything. They think that they know everything that's going to happen to them. It doesn't matter if they had one fight or 50 fights. They know that the person's going to come out here and try to hit me. But I feel that you have to humble yourself a little bit to say that, man, I'm still learning. You know, even though I've had a few fights already, you know, I'm not expecting to know everything. And each fight, win or loss, is going to be a learning experience for them.
Yeah, and that's it's a champion's mentality as well. A lot of the top level guys, when they're asked, you know, how do you think you did? He said, oh, I think I need to do this, this, and that. And this is after they win championship titles. So, you know, when you hear somebody say that I'm always learning, I've always got room to grow, it's a good sign for the future for him.
Amateur flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out the red corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed in at 124 1/2 pounds. He trains with Walker's American Martial Arts. Joining us from Washington, Illinois, Ethan the Little Lion Dusch. And his opponent, fighting out the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed in at 123 1/2 pounds. He trains with the F1 Fight Team. Joining us from Davenport, Iowa, Kevin Burke.
We are ready for our second fight of the night here at Cage Aggression Challengers 3, Road to Sturgis. Bruce Allen, the referee, for our fight tonight between Ethan Dusch versus Kevin Burke. Dusch in the white shorts with black trim, Burke in the white shorts with black trim. Big kicks to start out the fight.
Huge spinning heel kick by Dusch.
Dusch looks very comfortable in there.
Yeah, very
kicks, very light in his feet.
Very, very sharp with his strikes early on.
Burke waiting to counter like he just did, too.
Another spinning kick.
Back kick. Dusch has a very tight grip already. Great job by Burke, right back to his feet.
Nice knee on the way up, too.
Nice elbows to the body from Burke. Nice reversal by Dusch to get on top of Burke.
I know Burke is usually pretty comfortable being on his back, so it'll be interesting to see if Dusch is able to do a little bit of offense right now.
Almost looks to reverse him. Looking to trap that leg and take him down with a scissor. But not able to do that. Big shots from Burke. Very nice kick from Burke.
Really nice hip rotation by Dusch as well. Huge
kick
kick
from
there by
Burke.
Burke. Oh, huge kick there by Dusch.
And it looks like Burke kind of knocked Dusch right out of his game just a little bit. Landed a couple big shots and kind of took Dusch out of his game for a second. But both fighters really throwing to end the fight, throwing finishing shots.
And both guys are definitely not afraid to
Nice
trade.
body shot from Burke, no. And they're really just digging in there with their shots. Nice heel kick. Yeah.
And one of the things with Dusch, though, you can see that he really loads up those kicks, so Burke might be able to take advantage of that.
Burke kind of being patient, just, stalking Dusch down a little bit. Nice counter from Burke.
Ooh,
Big
very
kick,
nice inside knee kick.
kick from Dusch. They're so casual, too. He swung around, got out of there, and just threw a side kick to Burke.
Dusch, his style is real nonchalant. He doesn't look like he's going to really come with anything strong. And then he whips out a spinning heel kick.
Nice spinning heel kick again from Dusch.
One thing I saw right at the very end was Dusch kind of feinted a kick. And you would think that after landing so many kicks in that first round, that feint is going to be something you could really go to in a second and set up a counter jab or a counter straight shot.
Here we go, ready for round two. Looked like a low blow. Burke able to take it and move on.
Dusch really going at
Inside,
that.
outside. Wow, throws.
Little razzle dazzle right there by Dusch too.
Wow, and you can counter that pretty well. But you've got to get out of the way of it. That's what Burke needs to be doing, is working the angles. When he throws that, swing around. Nice body kick.
Like I said, it really looks like Dusch is loading those kicks up.
Right.
You should be able to catch that a little bit.
Check that and kick. Or you back up a little bit, swing around. Nice counter, lands a big shot to the body. And that's what he needs to do, counter and then come off with a flurry. Mouth guard's knocked out. That's what I'm saying. Burke really needs to counter, go in if he wants to, because these kicks are flashy, but they're coming in strong. The spinning body kick doesn't really register.
And one thing that I see now, Dusch is really setting the pace of the fight too, and he's sort of making Burke adjust and fight to the way that Dusch wants to fight. If you're Burke, you got to change that up and try to do something a little bit different at this point.
Right. Wow, both just stand and swing rock'em sock'em style for a minute. Nice kick. And falling back, registers and throws another kick.
So interestingly enough, Dusch is the one who changes things up and lands himself into a pretty precarious position right now.
Burke doing a great job of grinding the fist on the face, and big body kick, not gonna let him up. Gotta watch those up kicks with those long legs. Looking for the heel kick. Man, all right.
There's a few times where you can like sense the anger in a fight, and sometimes these guys just go out there. They're used to fighting. They do their thing, but those kicks from Burke right there were angry kicks. He was yelling at Dusch to get up so they can fight.
Angry kicks.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, big kick again from Dusch is when Dusch throws his hands up and kind of backs up, he's leaving his whole body open, and Burke can counter that as well and throw a body kick.
Nice switch kick right there by Burke.
Great kicks by Dusch though. He's going high, he's going low, he's like you said, he's leaving Burke wondering where he's gonna go, just throwing him off. Big spinning kick.
And a lot of times, we talk about bigger fighters fighting at range, but that is exactly what Dusch is doing right now.
And every time Burke counters, he counters and starts with a body kick and kind of works his way up the body, which is very smart. Wow. Gotta give a lot of credit to Dusch for still being able to throw those off in the third round. They're very crisp, very clean, and they're just grazing Burke's head.
And even though Burke is blocking them, those count, those add up.
Right.
Nice body shot there by Burke. Nice shot there.
Big knee to the body. Nice combination. Burke still needs to get in, get out, and don't get too excited going in, because that's where he could get caught with those long limbs. But right now, he's kind of switched the pace on Dusch.
Exactly. A lot of times, a lot of people say that momentum in sports doesn't exist, but you can clearly see the momentum flowing and changing in this fight.
Catches the kick, throws one back to himself.
Huge shot there by Burke.
You can see by Dusch's stance that he's looking to throw another kick. Nice shot again by Burke.
You can definitely see Burke trying to solve the puzzle right now.
Man.
I love to see guys who, go at it for 3 rounds, and then, even though as intense as it was, both guys give each other a hug at the very end and say, good fight.
Tough fight to call. I say it every card, but I'm glad we've got the mics here. A fight like that is tough to call because the momentum shifted at the end. So Burke may have stole that round. We don't know where he was at the first 2 rounds. His counter action was great, but Dusch did set the pace for most of the fight, and sometimes that's enough to win. Just edge it out barely. But we've seen some interesting things here at Cage Aggression.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecard for this decision. Our judges scored this contest 29-28, Dusch, 30-27, Burke, and 30-27, declaring your winner by